Come on, littles! Let's go! Come on, babies! Come on, guys, I got food. Come on, littles! Let's go! Sheesh. Hey, good morning, folks. Lester here. And this morning I am mixing up the ostrich Pablo. I said ostrich, baby ostrich mix. So you just seen some of the ingredients we use with our baby ostriches. We have the oyster shells, which kind of help their digestive system. We have some ground up mealworms. We have a little bit of cracked corn. And we also have some ground up rabbit pellets, which is kind of alfalfa. It's the exact same thing that we feed to the larger ostriches. The big babies, Carl and his family, can eat the larger pieces of food, whereas the babies eat all their stuff ground up nice and small. In case you're wondering what that god-awful noise is, it'd be this guy right here. That's Elfie and Beth. And the reason they're over here right now is because Brienne has some folks working at her house in her backyard, and they're putting her some new skirting around the bottom of the house. And that's because Elfie has destroyed all of her old skirting. Yeah, Elfie does that. It's a little bit difficult to do with one hand, trying to video with the other, but I walk the food out every morning and I pour the big ostrich food into their food troughs, and the babies have to scratch off the ground. The only problem with that is that the babies have a lot of competition. As you can see, the chickens and ducks and all kinds of other feathered babies come out to join in, and that makes it a little bit difficult. And it's not only feathered babies who offer competition to the baby ostriches. I'm gonna walk over now and feed them. I try to take the baby ostrich food far enough from everybody else to where it's not a lot of competition. I don't want the babies having to fight for food at that age. Now, they're only a week old today, so that would be 7 days. Carl is always very protective, has a very watchful eye. He doesn't like you to get too close, so I'm gonna walk up towards the fence and drop the ostrich food off for the babies right here along the ground where they can scratch it up. Here, Carl, come on. I'm always letting Carl know what I'm doing, and you never want to turn your back on Carl. There you go. All right, babies, there you go. All right, Carl's gonna always make sure to check the food first, and Carl knows exactly who it's for. And like every good parent, he's gonna give it a little taste test. The babies will work their way over in a few minutes, and they'll have a nice meal. This is breakfast. We also have a watering system that all the babies can share. We have a lot of chicks, and they have to have a water supply, water source. But the ostriches don't mind sharing, even though some folks want all the water to themselves. Now, this is what I don't like to see. We took a lot of time to make that mixture up, and sometimes the baby ostriches have to, well, they feel intimidated when they're having to compete with all of the larger chickens and roosters. But since we have free roaming chickens, I don't really know where to stop that. You can see as the ostrich baby makes its way over, they can sometimes scare the chickens off, But in all honesty, I think it was more of the fact that Wanda made her way over when she scared off the chickens, more so than that little baby ostrich. But she has found the food, and it won't be long before she'll alert all the other babies to where there's food at. And they'll walk along this fence line most of the day, the way Carl and Debbie do. And they can stop and peck at will. Now it's time to go into the other pasture and feed all of these heathens. I'm sorry, baby, I do love you, but you are a heathen. All right, now all of the babies are fed, ready to start their day. You have to put that ostrich food up real high so no one else can get to it, even though they certainly try. Moo, you big galoot. All right, folks, bon appetit. Joanne just now let me know that there's something going on in this pasture I should be aware of. I was over here mowing, and I stopped the mower, and she says there's a baby ostrich. Oh, yes, there is. Okay, looky here. Carl is very upset. There's one of the babies has gotten over into this pasture and can't find his way back out. Now, if you're asking how that can happen, I'll tell you how. Right there. There's your spot right there. There's your spot right there. The goats, my friends, it's the goats have come by here and completely, let me see if he can find his way back out before I try to catch him. There's a spot right there. See the fence? Look straight ahead, straight in the center of the picture. There's a hole where the goats have been putting their horns in and pulling the wire up. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. How are you? What's Carl and the babies doing? So Moo has come over here to lay in, well, the partial shade of the barn. You need some fly spray, you big galoot. And then Carl has taken his family out to the shade tree. So it looks like they're trading places, because earlier we saw Moo was over there and Carl's family was over here. He hates when I do this, but it's for his own good. Look at all the flies, guys. Don't get up. I'm done. I'm done. All right, so now the flies, even though they fly around them, they can't land. They refuse to land. You can see that they can't be as much of a pest as they were earlier. Come on, buddy, get some water. You haven't had water all day. Look. Oh, it's so cold and fresh, buddy. It's so cold and fresh. In case you guys are wondering what Mr. Huck is doing out and about, guys, we're just trying to give him the will to live. I'm going to be honest with you. You can see how unhealthy he looks, okay? I'm just going to say unhealthy. He's not a healthy goat. And he hasn't been healthy really in a very, very long time. And I'm not going to even try to break down exactly what is wrong with Mr. Huck, but I will just say this, that he's been sickly from birth. He's had moments where he's gotten really, really good, and he's also had a lot of issues that we've had to address in different ways. Our vets have done extensive work with Mr. Huck, and as of lately, he's been standing and staring at the wall. Now, I don't know if you know much about goat behavior, but goats in general have a very, they just don't have a strong will to live when they get down. And so Mr. Huck has experienced his most recent bout with whatever he's got going on with him. He's lost a ton of weight. He won't eat. There's very few things we can get him to eat. And so we've done all of the different nutrients and all the vitamins. We forced down the different things down his throat that the vet tells us to. But the problem now is that Mr. Huck has tried to give up. So what we've done is I've let him out to try to see if his own curiosities around the farm can give him a little bit of a drive to fight through whatever he's dealing with right now. Goats, when they don't feel well, will find themselves a corner, usually away from everybody else, and they'll put their nose, they'll just stare into that corner, that they'll stare into the wall, they'll just stare at the wall. We kind of joke sometimes and say they put themselves in timeout, but that's not actually what's happening. They pretty much just go off to find a place to die. They don't have a very strong will to live. And instead of, trying to find ways to fight through whatever they're dealing with, they sometimes just give up. And Mr. Huck, over the last couple of weeks, has had several moments where he's just kind of wanted to give up. So Jamie and I have just tried so many different things. And at this point, I am just, I don't really know how to say it. But I'm seeing if I can give Mr. Huck a reason to want to live, to just get out of the corner and just be free and go to whatever pasture he wants to go to. If he wants to go into the feed room and just tear up the feed room, then do it. Just go on in there, Huck, and tear it up. And I'll clean it up a little bit later. But what I've discovered is that just by letting him out of the little's pasture and him just saying, whoa, wait a minute, Dad let me out, is enough to give him a little bit of a drive to get up and go. And today he's kind of a big shot. He's showing off to the other goats that he goes, look at me, I'm out and Dad can't even stop me. Because he didn't realize that Dad actually let him out. But I worry about Mr. Huck. He's had just such a great life with us. And he's been a part of so many special memories and moments. But he just gets down. He just gets down. Now, in case you're wondering and worrying that he's going to give something to the other goats, he's not, guys. What he has is not contagious. You know what? I told you I'm not going to go there. I don't know what he has, except for a very weakened immune system, and it's always been weakened. His mom was unable to feed him, and she passed away a day after he was born. And I don't think that we were fast enough to get cholesterol into his body. At least that's what I break it down to. I don't think that we were fast enough to get cholesterol into his body. Hey, sweetie, why are you making that face for? She wants to be mean. You can tell when an ostrich wants to be mean. Right now, that's her face that shows she wants to do something devious. She wants to be mean. And Dad's not going to allow that, okay? I'm not going to allow that, baby. I don't believe in like omens and stuff like that. But why did two little doves just come right there and land on that feeder right above Mr. Huck? There they go. Oh. Can that be a good thing? Get back. Get back. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back, you big galoot. Alright, so this is a problem. Moo is making his way out. I'm going to go ahead and get some feed because he ain't going to let you push him in around anywhere. I want you guys to watch how Moo respects Carl and the babies. He didn't respect me, but he respects Carl. Carl and the babies always, okay, so Carl's gonna actually turn and walk away when she gives Moo the freedom to make his way down the fence line here. That's cute. I wonder if Carl's gonna call the, oh, even Debbie's like saying, back away from my babies. Oh no, Moo's curious. Moo is very curious about those babies. Look at them. Oh my goodness, Moo. What do you think about those babies? He's offering his babysitting services. Uh-oh. Somebody wants a spray down. You like it, baby? You like it, Tina? Feel good? Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, Tim's up next. Tim's next in line. It's like a drive-thru. I have like a drive-thru car wash here. Oh boy, it feels good, huh, buddy? Yes, it does. Oh, that feels great, huh? Had enough? Tex has been showing a little bit of attention towards Gracie today. And that's not a good thing. Look at Santoro eating by himself. Santoro! I mean, Santoro. I had planned on getting grass to grow here, but maybe I was wrong with leaving Tex up front, because he's starting to dig. I'm trying to get grass to grow there, buddy. Tex, I want grass to grow there. Well, this is sort of a big day, sort of a big event. As you can see, I left the gate open to Carl's pasture, and he's slowly making his way out. He's making his way around the barn area, but look who's with him. Bringing the babies out for a walkabout. Santana just wants a drink of water. She just wants herself a drink of water, but old Tex has other things on his mind. Yes, sir, he does. Now, without going into too many details, Santana has she just wants a drink of water, guys. I think y'all know where we're going with this, right? And Tex is saying, I don't think so, baby girl. Here you go. As a matter of fact, go ahead. Go ahead and hydrate up. You might need it. Y'all look how good this boy is. He feels a whole lot better from having his day off. Come on back in. I will let you back out in the morning, okay? I love you, and you're a good boy. We're gonna have some fun days, okay? You and me hanging out, doing guy stuff. Pebble, don't be so jealous, love. I like the way you slid down that hay. I like the way you slid down that hay, Pebble. Such a good girl. But I'm not letting you out. I'm not letting you out, Pebble.